So, you want to be a YouTuber, but you don't know how to get started. Where to turn to? Well, I'll have you know, watching this video as well as the purchase of my brand new book, How to Make Fat Cash on YouTube, you too can be...
Wait.
What?
No.
What is she? Somebody
God.
get him out
I'll
of
be
here?
burned.
We got rid
Jesus.
of this
Hold on.
No! Don't listen to them. They're feeding you lies. It's not true. You can't. Don't do it!
Hi, ho everyone. My name's Mr. Fruit, and welcome to today's video, where we're gonna... My apologies. Whew, pasta's settling a little weird in my stomach, it appears. We are here to talk about how to be a YouTuber. Yeah, the question I get asked a lot. Let me put on these headphones because I feel insecure otherwise. Whenever I meet fans and things like that, 9 times out of 10, one of the questions they ask is, what are your tips on how to be successful at YouTube? Boy, am I gonna open your eyes today. So sit back, relax, and well, you may learn a thing or two, or you might not, I don't know. So we're gonna start with a metaphor. It had something to do with a pizza and baking, and you could only bake like half of it, and so, I didn't even understand it myself, so I realized that's probably not a good idea, so why don't we put it this way? Get lucky! Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Smash that mother effing subscribe button and that notification bell, because otherwise you probably won't get notifications, and boom! Well, that is, we'll touch on that later. So let's start with our first topic of the day. Algorithm. You've probably heard the word. If you're a creator, you probably know for sure. If you're a viewer, maybe you've heard one of your creators or myself mention the algorithm. So what is the algorithm? That's a great question. I couldn't tell you myself. Pretty much what it is, they have some long stream of numbers and things that decide what you like, what you don't like, what you view most, what you watch for the longest periods of time, what you watch for the shortest periods of time, what keeps you on their platform for the most time, yada yada yada. They use all this stuff that they gather on you and every single viewer and cater it so you have your own YouTube experience. Which sounds good, and for the normal, regular viewer it is. And I think it does what YouTube wants it to do, which it keeps people on their platforms, eyeballs on their things. It's good for them. It's good for advertisers who want to go on them, that kind of thing. That's what the algorithm is. So then why is it a bad thing? Well, because it's always changing. No one actually knows what it is. And it firsthand affects creators, because when the algorithm changes, everything we thought we knew changes as well. So a couple years ago, something that would have worked like tags on a video? I don't know. When I first started, tags were everything. And this was like 6-7 years ago or something like that. Or at least it felt like tags were everything. You want to get the best tags. Tags put you high in the searches, blah, blah, blah. Which, granted, you know, they still can do. But now it's all about getting recommended videos, all that stuff on the right side of your screen. That's what YouTube's been pushing really hard. Recommended videos. It's where most of my views come from. So it's not so much about being searchable, because I mean, there are so many videos on the platform at this point. You can't search up all of them. And so they're pushing this whole recommended thing. But that's just one part of the algorithm. Well, first off, we have all these adpocalypse, which are changing everything. You titled your video with caps? Douche, demonetized. We can't have that slander being brandished around on our site. Beats me. If you want a better understanding, I would point you in the direction of the Game Theorist's video on the algorithm. They looked through some actual Google documents from YouTube and all that kind of stuff, kind of detailing how the algorithm works, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, the hard part as a creator is you don't know when it changes, you don't know how it changes, and you just kind of have to try and adapt. But that's why some channels thrive in a few months, and then after a little bit, they in a few months, because the algorithm was working for their favor, and then the algorithm changed, and suddenly, not so much. So that's why it's hard. Sometimes you have to adapt. Sometimes you see your favorite creators, you're like, 3 years ago, you never clickbaited. What the heck? You're different. You know why they clickbait? Because it works. You're competing for all those clicks. So you have to be the most flashy, the most clickable, because if somebody's looking in the recommended bar, they have 10 videos, and yours is just really plain video, like, this is me playing a video game. And then this other one's like, sickest thing you've ever seen. Which one is people? You know which one they're gonna click. You know which one you're gonna click. I imagine it would go something like this, like a drug deal or something. You got the stuff, you know, the algorithm figured out, right? No. If I did, don't you think I'd be using it for myself? In my favor? Have you seen my stats? Okay, we're not exploding. Okay, we're plateaued. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. So you don't have the goods? No. Wish I did though. And if you get word, let me know. Chance of success. Ooh, wrong way. Chance of success. The Journal of the Music and Entertainment Industry Educators Association conducted a research, and they found that the average success rate of making it in an entertainment industry is 2.2%. They quantified the term making it as being able to maintain an annual wage above the United States poverty line, which is currently $12,140 for an individual. Yes, I did make that up, but it sounded believable, right? I actually tried to look up like the exact statistic, but it's such a broad, the idea I'm trying to get at here is that the entertainment industry, think about it, I don't know, singing, film, music, like, wow, all the different entertainment industries you have. The chance of success or making it, and that's quantified differently by everybody, but the chance of doing that is so very, very small. It's very difficult to do because there's so many people competing. Think about it on YouTube. 15 years, YouTube hasn't even been out for 10 years ago, let's say. It was easier to make it on YouTube or chance of success simply because you weren't competing against as many people, you know? Maybe you were uploading Call of Duty gameplay and it was you and 100 other people. So you were competing with 100 other people. Not big competition. Now you upload a Call of Duty video, just like every Joe Schmo. Now it's you versus millions of people. Now what are the chances, your odds of success? Pretty low. Water break. What does that mean? What are you trying to get at, Mr. Fruit? I'm saying set some realistic expectations. You can come in here, and I mean, nowadays it is easy as ever. And this isn't just for people that want to be gaming YouTubers, for anyone. But obviously, I'm just talking from my perspective, which would be a gaming channel. You come in, it's really easy to capture gameplay and your voice and stuff, and really it's gotten to a point where it's not that expensive to be able to get at least, just a working setup going. So you make a video, you push it out there, but now the competition is so large, it's really hard to break out, which is why, remember at the very beginning I said get lucky. And to some extent, I did mean it. A lot of it is just getting lucky. Having that one video get brought up here or recommended here for whatever reason, and then you hope that those new eyes that see it are like, ooh, I like that, subscribe to your channel, then they get notified of the videos moving forward, and so on and so forth. You slowly build your new community. But this is no different than any other entertainment. In fact, you might have even lower odds because of how easier the barrier of entry is to YouTube, which brings us to notifications and broken platform. How about, no, that's too long. Notifications. YouTube is based on a very simple concept, one that I just quickly brushed over. You're viewing around for videos that you're interested in. You find one that specifically speaks to you, whether it be because of the content, the creator itself, how it was filmed, by any measure, whatever you found interesting enough, that you're like, you know what? I want to see more from whoever this is. So you press the subscribe button. Now you have your account, and then all across all your subscriptions, you see all the videos you've subscribed to because you want to see more of their content. And that is how YouTube works. However, that is not always how YouTube works, as we've found out. So many people tell me, even I witness it myself with all my subscriptions, you don't see all your subscriptions. I don't even think they've addressed that there's a broken sub box. I would like to think they have, but it's true. Sometimes, you could be a super active subscriber on this channel, but it's not until 2 hours later that YouTube's like, oh, hey, by the way, this is live. Or you never get notified, or it doesn't show up on your subscription feed. Now that we're not really being positive here, are we? Mr. Fruit, what are you trying to do? Crush my dreams? No. I'm trying to set some realistic expectations, let you know how all this works, because YouTube as a whole is pretty borked. It's true. It doesn't work all the time. Now, granted, I can't really blame them. The sheer amount of data and memory that the website must contain is ridiculous. Like, I forget how many hours or days of video is uploaded like every minute. It's something like mind-boggling. But the point is that it makes it even harder to be a YouTuber, because if somebody's like, I like this content, I'm going to subscribe. But then they don't get notified sometimes so it's like, well, then what's the point? And people argue, well, if they liked your content, they'll be sure to seek it out themselves. That's not always true. Plus, they have a lot of subscriptions usually. It's not usually just 1 or 2, it'll be 10, 20, 50. They'll forget sometimes, or if it's been a little while or they haven't seen it pop up, because maybe that's just what it takes. Like, oh, I just realized I haven't blah, blah, blah. And so they click on the video or something, and then that's how it starts. But like, if you can't even get that, because now there's like this notification bell thing down there that, like, I don't even remember when that showed up. It literally just kind of showed up one day with algorithm changes, I guess, or something. So you have to like press that. I think it's mainly for like pop-up notifications, which I think is mainly mobile stuff. But unless you do that, you may or may not get a notification that the video went up. I don't know. It's all very convoluted to me. And lastly, give up. Wow, Mr. Fruit. You know what? I gotta say, after watching this video and hearing what you have to say, I want to try YouTube. So should you give up? No, by no measure. But again, full circle, realistic expectations. Whenever anybody asks me this question, I'm like, yeah, go for it. Like, if they're like, hey, what equipment should I get? But like, oh, do this or do that. But then I always add, make sure you're having fun. Start it as a hobby or a passion project. That's it. Don't expect anything less. If you start uploading with the sole idea and purpose of trying to just make money, you're not going to have a good time. You might make a little bit. And who knows? You might make it. But you're not going to enjoy the journey, and odds are you won't make it. So instead, enjoy it while you can. Don't do it in the promise that you'll become a YouTube superstar someday. If you're in school, don't quit school or something. But do it as a hobby. If you have a job that you need, like you need your job or something to be able, keep your job, but do it off hours or something. Make time for it. Do your best. Have fun with it. Decide on something that you want, because here's the other thing too. We talked about how there's a sea of content creators and whatnot. So find something. You could even make it more niche, but find something that you enjoy, you can make your own and do it yourself. Because at the end of the day, even for me, there's millions of people playing like Fortnite Battle Royale, for instance. So either make it so that your personality sticks out, you do some kind of zany challenges that you can do, or you just find something specific. But the point is, start with what you want to do, not what's working for other people, right? So if you hate Fortnite Battle Royale, but you're like, hey, everyone's playing that, so I'm going to play that right now and try and make it. No. Don't do that. That's already red flag. What are you doing, man? Do what you want to do. Do you want to play My Little Pony 2 Extravaganza? Do a Let's Play of that? Go do that, my friend. And then the last point I want to touch on, that's hopefully not too depressing, is that you should make the best content that you can make, because of all the things that you can control. Numero uno is your content, the quality of your content. What makes people want to go to your channel and stick there? Are you making the best video that you can? Develop your own craft, have fun with it, and control that one thing, because you can't control virality. I mean, maybe to some extent if you do some things or like advertise here or something. But for the most part, you can't control virality, but you can control your content. So take hold of that. Take control of the part that you can make an impact on, which is your videos. And that should be the sole focus. And I get it. Even when I started, I'm making videos so people can view them. And if no one's viewing them, that's discouraging. And I get you there. 100%. But just keep at it. Just keep at it. The reason I'm here, straight up, I got lucky. That's it. I had been doing it for on and off 3-4 years before it finally clicked for me. And I got lucky. A Reddit post went up, and that's how this all started. And there was only so much of it that I could control. But once you do get it, if you ever do, congrats and do your best to keep it. And good luck with the algorithms, man, because whew, they'll get you. So if you're still an aspiring content creator or just a viewer and you've made it this far and you still want to do this, congrats. Do it. Get to it. Be passionate. Have fun. And if you're serious about making it, if that is your goal, my number one advice would be consistent. Even if it's one upload a week, make sure it's like the same day, Wednesday at noon. Every time I'm going to upload once a week, Wednesday at noon. So for the people that do watch my videos, however small or big of a community it may be, they can expect it every Wednesday. It sets this regimen, the schedule that they know, oh, okay, at this time I can expect a video here. If you just do it randomly, it's harder to make sure that those return viewers know what's happening, but be consistent. If you're starting out, don't do daily uploads. It's a bad idea. You're going to burn yourself out. So don't do that. But this wasn't meant to dissuade you. I wanted to set some realistic expectations, maybe give a little viewpoint from what I've had, but people always ask this question. I figured I'd lay it to rest, make a video kind of covering it, and I hope you all did enjoy whatever that this video might amount to. I don't know if I made any sense, or I didn't. If this is helpful or not, I don't really know. But I appreciate you all, and I appreciate you for letting me do this as a job. Because again, without you guys, I wouldn't be here. So that's why I'm saying, do your best. Just, at the end of the day, my point is have fun with it. Have fun with it. Don't take it so seriously. Make some weird vids, or do the things and just have fun with it. Yeah. With that said, I want to thank you all very much for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic day. I'll talk to you in the next one. Farewell.